The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel.
Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new.
I am Sunny Haldon and I am streaming live from San Jose, California.
And I'm Haydee Sonny, streaming live from Cebu City, Philippines. This is Money and More.
Good morning and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Money and More, Season 3, Episode 38, here on TNC. And Heidi, 33 days to go before
33 days
Christmas.
to go before Christmas.
Christmas Day. Pero yung Christmas,
So, kamusta
nagsimula
na?
na dyan sa Pilipinas nung September
Oo.
pa yata.
Meron ako
Malalaman
Christmas
natin,
tree sa bahay.
Oh, the
So,
long
ano
Christmas.
ano
The long-
yung weather dyan? Ano na yung temperature?
So, syempre, lumalamig na, no? So, parang kon na siya, parang refrigerator na
oo.
dito. Natural refrigeration. Pero that's fine and good. Dito sa US, hindi pa natin nafe-feel ang Christmas spirit kasi Thanksgiving pa, no? And this is Thanksgiving week here in the United States.
Oh,
And, yeah,
sale.
so ito yung parang major holiday nila, no? After Christmas. Right?
Mhm.
Pero malalatin na kung Pilipino ang mga silingan ninyo, ang mga neighbors natin dito sa US, kung nanay decorations, kung nanay mga kumukuti-kuti top lights, Christmas lights and Christmas decorations, mga Pilipino yan. Right? Meron na
Kailan
dito.
ba yan usually nag-start silang mag-decorate?
After Thanksgiving, no? After Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving dito will be on Thursday, and then after Thanksgiving, put down all the Thanksgiving decorations and then you put up the Christmas decorations na. Yan.
Oh.
So in the spirit of Christmas, parang ang sarap mag-snuggle, no? Over a warm hot cup of coffee and ang favorite pastry natin, kung donut man yan or kung ano pa, no? And tamang-tama yan, Heidi, no, for our episode for today. Because in the episode today is one of the young proprietor, no, na nakilala natin. And very inspiring ang kanyang story, no? Ang story. Young as he is. Surprisingly very young.
Actually, very young. Edad
Kagulat
lang
ang
ng
pagka-young
anak
nila,
ko,
no?
alam mo. And I was just wondering why ito yung ginusto niyang business, no? Tatanong natin sa kanya mamaya.
Parang it's parang it's an unusual.
Yes.
Right, it's an unusual
actually.
path. Kasi usual path kasi at his age would be to look for employment, to look for a job, no? Pero siya follow the passion siya, no? So we'll try to find out more about our guest today. Okay, tell us something about our guest, Miss Heidi.
Yo. So, yes, tonight we're very privileged to have him, a very young entrepreneur. He's a graduate of Philippine Science High School, Central Visayas. So, di ba? Ang layo, no? So, let's ask him later. And a
Science High.
self-taught croissant maker, a very young entrepreneur, as I've said, none other than Mr. Ricardo Dudes Ginto. Hi,
Hello.
Dudes!
All right.
Good
So,
Hello,
evening.
Ma'am
ladies and
Heidi.
gentlemen, cozy dudes. Hi, dudes.
Pagkagwapong bata. Sus, hayag
Hello,
kay
Sir
kugmaon
Sonny.
sani.
All right. Nice to meet you. Nice to
Nice to
meet
meet
you,
you.
Mr. Judes. All right. Uh,
Nice to meet
where are
you,
you
sir.
streaming from po? Where are you right now?
Um, I'm streaming from my cafe here in Apas, Cebu City.
O, di ba?
5G
Sa
Coffee
Apas.
House.
All
You
right. We'll
familiar
talk
with the
about that.
place, right, son? You used to live near the area, right?
Yes.
Mm.
It used to be my old
Sa may
stomping ground.
UI na dudes before.
Hmm. Pero
Mm.
wala pa si dudes niyan, no? Nasa Argao pa siya that time.
Tama, tama.
Nung
You know, you might be wondering, San, why I
oh,
know Dudes, no? He's
yeah.
actually
Kumusta
the
naman?
son of a classmate of mine in elementary. And I'd
Right.
like to say hi to Cheryl Ginto, no? So one of our brilliant classmates pod way back in in elementary sa USC before she went to UP, nag-USC Girls
Ah,
High siya, University of San
alright. So yung
Carlos.
mga
So
yung mga generation mo nagkakon na nagsa-spawn na sila ng adults, no? May mga adults na sila, good God.
yeah,
Right? How
actually.
time flies. Right? May
How
mga
time
adults na sila.
flies.
Yan, Right. Let's get to business. Hi dudes. Hello. How are you? Kumusta ka?
Hello,
Thank you for
sir.
being here tonight.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Just been busy
Good.
lately.
That's right. So we'd like our audience like to get to know you more. So we'd like to get to know you more. Tell us about yourself. Where did you grow up?
Okay, so my name is Ricardo Ginto. I'm originally from Cebu. I was born in Manila though, but we moved here really early
Mm-hmm.
on. Tapos lived in the city for the elementary phase of my life. Tapos
Mm-hmm.
uh, I went to high school in the province, high school all the way to senior high, sort of like a
Mm-hmm.
contract thing. Pero there, I basically lived there for 6 years of my life, excluding the going back and forth home every like start and
Right.
end
Right.
of the week. So yeah, after high school, I took up BS entrepreneurship in University of San Carlos sa main campus. Took it for a
All
Mhm.
right.
sem and a half, and then I went full time into the business,
Nice.
and
All
here
right.
we are now.
Here we are now.
Yeah, I was just wondering, no, dudes, white croissant,
Kwentuhan lang
is
to ha.
it? Do you really like croissants that interest you to have it as a business, or is it just accidental? So tell us how the idea of croissant started.
Okay, so um, initially 5G was a specialty coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
right? So specialty coffee meaning we serve coffee that you normally don't see in other cafes and groceries. It's sort of like the coffee that's elevated to a certain
Mm-hmm.
degree. And then a few months into opening my shop, slowly building my customer base, I realized that for any cafe to be successful, you kind of need to have food or
Mm-hmm.
something for the people to chow on
Mm-hmm.
excuse
Right.
me, while they drink their coffee. And then I came across this pastry shop here in Paseo Saturnino. It's called Timad. They're not
Mm-hmm.
open anymore, pero I tried their croissant purely accidental lang. And I was like, wow, I need this croissant in my cafe to
All
serve because
right.
this is like the perfect no, this is like the perfect pairing.
Match.
So I talked to them, tried to get them to wholesale, And then sort of didn't work out because it was like hassle and some inconsistencies here and there. And then eventually I was like, you know what, maybe it would be better if I made the croissants myself. And that's how it started.
Oh.
Timing, um, timing, that time I decided to make was like the super early stages of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
like mga late Feb.
Mm.
Okay. All
So,
right.
no, during that time, it was like, COVID probably isn't anything or something like that. We didn't really know what was going to happen. Pero,
Right.
Mhm.
yeah, that's when I started making the croissants.
All right.
Before, I'd need the dough in front of some of my customers that have become my friends, and they'd be like, "Yo, what are you making?" And I tell
Mm.
them, "I'm making croissants. Maybe you want to try some if you got time." And
All
yeah.
right. Okay. So you said you learned so pandemic kung pala to, no? Pandemic baby pala tong
Pandemic baby.
your
Yes.
pandemic baby business pala to, no? So and you are one of the many no na during the pandemic, during the lockdown na natuto ng bagong skill. Sabihin na natin, no?
Mm-hmm.
A new skill,
But
learned
do
a
you
new skill
really
over the
bake ba?
pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Do,
No,
do you really
actually,
bake ba, no?
croissants were the first stuff I was baking like ever,
Oh,
and
Mm.
no
that's
prior baking
interesting.
experience.
Okay.
We just so
So how
happened to have a mixer and an oven,
right.
small oven, because my dad bakes cheesecakes, apple
Okay.
pies, whatnot, some bread here and there, or nothing really that serious. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should give this a shot.
Okay. All right. So paano ka natuto? Was there a cookbook that you used or nag-enroll ka ba sa YouTube University or whatever? Or was there a manual?
Actually, YouTube, everything.
Oh yeah, okay. So Heidi,
So,
ito
YouTube University talaga.
ito yung
yes.
isa pala to sa mga examples ng kung ano na businesses
Ako
that
din.
was born out of the pandemic,
YouTube
no?
University din yun sa akin, di ba, San?
Ah, yeah, yeah. Right. And you're one of the many of during the lockdown, no, who have learned a new skill and set up a business, no,
Mm-hmm.
over the pandemic because of all the free time that we all had, no, because of all that
That's
time that
true.
we
That's
had.
true.
But it's inspiring to see, that you actually were able to build it up and grow it, into a business that where it is right now,
Sustain.
no. Very interesting.
Hmm.
You're slowly building this brand, as we call it, no, this
5G.
this brand as the Croissant
Yeah.
Master, no, here in Cebu, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you're learning how to do this, you're learning how to do this croissant. You already had a coffee shop, but and and we're seeing all of your creations. What inspired you to believe that at the start pa lang, no, because entrepreneurship ka, okay, at the
Mm.
start pa lang, what inspired you to believe that this can be a viable business for you, or this could be something that you can add on to your business.
Well, it was actually, I looked at the market. Nobody else was
Okay.
really doing croissants
Yes. Okay.
outside of the cafe bistro I mentioned earlier, City Mat.
Mm-hmm.
Pero they closed they closed pretty early on. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's a good time for me to sort of capitalize on the market
Okay.
because it's still a relatively new product.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nobody is really hyping it up. So during the pandemic, I honed my skills as in like I wouldn't sell to anybody until I got it to like a
Mm-hmm.
pretty decent standard. And
Mm-hmm.
then I started selling slowly to family members first, and then some friends, and then uh, cafe regulars. And then during that time, it's like how would I call it? Within 3 or 4 months, like I was um, I was always improving on my craft. So like if you bought it from the start, if you bought my croissants from the start, um, and then you bought it again like 3 to 5 months afterwards, you'd notice a huge difference in quality, and then that sort of
Mm-hmm.
like boosts the that boosts the hype a lot more because
Mhm.
people will start realizing, wow, Ricardo has really amazing croissants, and then they tell their
Right.
friends, and then their friends buy, and then their friends tell some more friends,
Mm-hmm.
and then really just pure word of mouth from the start. And then I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that, the demand is really increasing by
Okay.
a lot. So I had to really make some tough financial decisions to like really double down on the production side of the business instead of
Okay.
the coffee side, and just focus in all of my efforts toward where the market is starting to know me for.
Yeah, and the product is really getting famous in here in Cebu, Sunny. In fact, for him to be to be among those, no, who were invited in Bicon. No, we just had the Bicon Infest, no, in which TNC was there also. He was one of those who provided snacks, no, overflowing yung snacks sa
Mm-hmm.
Bicon, and I
Yes.
was able to taste the croissants, and it was really good, no. So
Mamaya
I hope
pakita
you
natin, no?
can too, Sunny. Free. Ipapadala na lang
Dito.
namin dyan. But
Padala niyo dito.
dudes, I'm pretty sure when you started there also struggles no early on. Was it easy for you, or how hard what was it?
um it depends what we're looking at. If Are we looking at a just from a general broad
Yeah.
perspective,
Mm-hmm.
or
The business
Mm-hmm.
here, you
The
started
business.
5G, no? Five, and as a
mm,
young entrepreneur, what were your struggles early on in
well,
trying to build up your business?
there definitely have been a lot of
Okay.
struggles, mainly towards. I mean, when I was starting it, the struggles were focused purely on production
Okay.
quality, production quality and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I've grown and we're continuing to expand, my problems now are more geared towards the business side of things. Because we already have our production nailed down at the moment for our current scale.
Okay.
So right now I'm trying to polish up all of the business stuff, like the
Yeah.
accounting, the
Mm-hmm.
HR, the operational management, how I'm able to um, make my make my staff's workflow more efficient, to save
Is there
time for everybody
ever
and
a
stuff like that.
time na more siya one-man show? Because I understand this is a
Mm,
pandemic baby business, no? So
yes.
I would assume na walay staff available, walay workers available. So you do the baking, you do the washing, and I would presume
Yeah.
some members of the family are also into that, no? So how was it? How was the experience?
So um, it's always been a one-man show outside of like a part-time friend of mine. Oh, back then. So like, let's say from the start, 2019, it was just me. Then I hired a friend part-time to help me out lang for the
Mm-hmm.
coffee. And I started making croissants, and then COVID hit. Excuse me. And then after that, like the croissant gig was a one-man show up until I think January of 2021 or December of 2020. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point on, I officially started selling croissants to the public nung August of 2020, somewhere there, late July, early
Mm-hmm.
August, somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point all the way to like December of 2020, it was just me doing everything from
Oh.
waking up at 4 a.m. to
Yep.
start baking the croissants and then mixing the dough,
Mm-hmm.
doing the lamination and whatnot, doing taking pictures, sending out the
Hosting.
orders, cleaning up, um, accounting, billing the customers, following up, whatever, and everything.
Mm.
So it was a good, solid 5 or 6 months of just grind, solo grind, and then
Solo grind, all right.
yes, and then I saw my sales like going up and up and up,
Mm.
and then um, I asked my good friend, a mentor of mine, Citido. I asked him, "Oh, yo, should I actually start hiring people? Like,
Mm.
is this am I making enough to actually consider hiring people?" And he told me like, "Oh, yo, if you as a singular person are able to bank in this much amount, then if you hire another one, if you hire another person, and the two of you synergize together, then you should be making 250% more. I mean, based on what you're currently making.
Okay.
So, kasi ano, it's like a question of efficiency. So he told me that, and I was like, oh yeah, no, no, that makes sense. But then I was still so scared to do it because like hiring somebody was a huge responsibility for me at that time. And
Mhm.
then he told me, "Na, you'll never know if you don't actually do it, you know." And by the looks of it, your business is growing, so you like it's inevitable that you're going to have to hire people. And
Yeah.
then January of 2021, I hired my first part-time, I know, like official part-time staff for our
Mm-hmm.
croissant pastry thingy. It was just another friend of mine, and then I started hiring more people as demand grew, as our production had to grow, and all the way like from January here, um, it went all the way up till December, and then nung December or during the bare months of 2021, I think we had like a team of five, six
Wow.
including me.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that's a peak season, and corporations are looking for gift item, and some would have food as gift item to their
Mm-hmm.
clients, no. So I am pretty sure na nisa ka gyud ang sales nimo ana. And mo to akong
Yes.
ipangutanan nimo nga, when you realize that the business was really doing good, na ay kulba, no? Murag,
Yes.
kulbaan ka ba?
Yes.
There's fear na, oh my God, is this really happening? Where will this go, di ba? So, it's a good thing really that young as you are already into this kind of business in which be able to develop later on, no, to a
Mm.
much
Mm-hmm.
bigger business na.
Right. So kwan pa tayo, no? We're still in the middle of our conversation. Kwentuhan lang to with Mr. Ricardo Ginto. So your story is a very unique story, and especially a very unique product, as you said nga, no? Hindi parang unique nga ang croissant
For
sa Cebu,
Filipinos,
no?
right?
Yes.
For
Not
Filipinos as
all
well. All right.
Filipinos would
Very
want
true.
So
croissants.
yeah, and we are listening to how has started up and is currently growing. You're hiring people, right? Let's pause at this time now for a very short commercial break.
Okay.
Greenfield District, the future-ready district, home to Greenfield Tower, with its state-of-the-art fiber-optic internet backbone. Connectivity is built right into residences like Twin Oaks Place. 15 flourishing hectares right at the heart of Metro Manila, so that at work and at play, we can plant a future where dreams grow. Greenfield District, the future-ready district.
The new channel is an online alternative media platform for online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows seen on the screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you.
TNC claims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our channel is responsible global 24/7 platform that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity.
Catch Money and More on TNC Tuesdays at 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the US, and Tuesdays 8:30 p.m. Philippine time. You can watch live or on replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Listen to our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search hashtag TNC now.
Yeah, and we're also up for sponsorships. Please email now at thenewchannel.com or send us a direct message. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them specially for you.
All right, we are back with Richard Ginto, Croissant Master and proprietor
Ricardo.
and creative genius of the 5G Coffee House based in Cebu. Welcome to all our viewers.
Hello.
Ang daming fans ni Rick, no? Dudes, ang dami mong fans. Just would like to shout out, no, si Miss Celia, Alamo Jacob. She also was able to taste Rick's croissant when she was here in Cebu.
Oh,
Hi, Celia. And then Richard Ibona, shout out daw. Proud Bisaya here. And then, of course, Mommy Cheryl Ginto is here watching with us. Sir Juan Lu, watching from Antipolo City. And Andeng, hi Andeng, I miss you. And Cheska, hi Ado daw.
Also,
Ang
yeah,
daming
and
fans ni Dudes or ni
also
Ado.
also on the channel is Celia Jacob. I see her. She's
Yeah.
here. All right. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Everybody here and in the US, and we are still having this conversation with rich dudes. All right.
Ricardo.
With Richard sana sasabihin ko. uh, um, Ado, right? Ado, all right. Sige,
yes.
Ado. Um, let's see. We've been talking about the croissants, no? Let's take a look at some of your masterpieces, no? Direct, let's take a look at some of those.
Gugutumin
Let's
tayo
see.
nito, Sunny.
Oh, gugutumin tayo dito. Oh, look at that, no? Very unique.
Yes,
Oh
that's
my
a strawberry
goodness.
croissant.
This is your best-selling strawberry croissant.
Yes,
If
Strawberry
I
that's
croissant,
may
true.
no?
ask Dudes, Ado, magkano yung
Mm-hmm.
ganito?
That one is 200 per piece.
O,
A
see?
piece? Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Pero
So,
mukhang worth
mga
it naman. Look at all those
$4.
strawberries.
$4.
Not that much, $4.
Yeah, I mean it's strawberries tapos may cream cheese ba yan? Or yeah.
Hindi, that's diplomat cream.
Just by looking at it, nagugutom ako. Parang sarap-sarap niyan as a snack or as a breakfast, din, diba?
Breakfast pa
isa lang
naman
po
sa
ito
inyo,
sa mga
Sunny.
parang isa lang to sa mga masterpieces ni Ricardo, no. Very creative kasi ang alam ko lang croissant is like, ham and cheese croissant or something, but right now I'm looking at this. I'm seeing a lot of potential. Let's take a look at some more of the creations, no? Here at the 5G photo house. All right. Ano pong story
All
nito?
right. Now that one is a that's not something we launched. It was sort of like something I made up lang
Okay.
for R&D purposes. That we might serve that in the future though,
Lunch mo na. Kami
somewhere
ang
else.
first customers mo. What is this? What is this? Ano po dapat ito? Bacon? Is that bacon?
I think that's some sort of cured ham with
Cured
arugula,
ham.
tomatoes, and cheese. Yeah, it's a really nice pairing actually.
Okay.
I want one now.
O ano ka na? Ba't hindi
I
ka na
want one now.
nakapagsalita
Eh,
dyan?
syempre, I'm looking
Sunny.
at the thing and I'm all right. So, all right. This is you at work. All right.
Yes, that is our
Tama ba?
coffee station.
Oh.
So, what about okay, right? Oh, so
that is
since
my barista den for
this is the serving sa right, you're serving this a coffee shop
Mhm.
ninyo. No,
Yep.
I'm very curious. No, you call the coffee shop is 5G, 5G
Yes.
Coffee House. Is that right?
Mhm.
Bakit 5G siya?
Well, I didn't really put that much thought into our brand name.
Okay.
Our last name is Ginto, and there are 5 of us in the family. Tapos the cafe is
Yun
situated
pala yun.
outside of our house, like at our garage lang. We converted it into a cafe, so we called it 5G Coffee House.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice. All right.
Less,
So specialty
less
coffee nga
expense,
talaga. No?
ha?
Mm-hmm. But
Kasi
mom and
walang
dad
rent.
charge me rent. No, mom and dad
Sino
charge me
who's
rent.
the master? Are you also the master barista in the coffee
Not
shop?
anymore. Not anymore.
Ikaw din ang
I have
not
I
anymore. So
have
meron ka ng barista.
a
That's
really
good.
good barista on me now. Si Denford.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, let's see some more.
Ano yung capacity
Meron pa
ng
ba?
ano? Ay,
Oh,
wow.
good Lord.
I
Ano
like
to?
pistachios.
Oh
There's
no, this is
pistachios,
an
right?
almond croissant.
Almond,
Almond
sorry.
croissant.
Almond.
It's one of
Pero
our
may
best
parang
sellers
green.
also.
I thought green yung sa baba.
No. I think that's a
It's just the
lighting
color.
thing.
Almond
Just
almond
for the light.
croissant, right?
Almond
So it's not
croissant.
just this
Yes.
is not your ordinary croissant lang, no? So these are
No.
specialty croissants talaga, no? All right.
Yep.
Meron ba kayong so I'm just curious because you're serving this now. What ano po ito? Good God.
That
Parang
is
sarap.
a special release last year. That is our
Ooh.
hazelnut croissant, not twice baked version.
Hazelnut croissant.
Yes. So
Pati
imagine
ito.
like we made our own Nutella.
Oh wow. All right.
Oh my
Yeah.
Okay.
goodness.
That topping.
Good golly. Good golly G. Sige.
But we only
But
released
parang
that for a short time lang. Special release.
Nakatikim ka nito, Heidi, when you during the Bicon?
No,
Or
just
hindi ka
we were
nakatikim?
limited lang ang nasa Bicon kasi.
Oo.
The plain croissant
Classics.
lang. Yeah, the
And it was
classic.
a downsized version pa yun. So it's not the
Yeah.
Downsized
real.
version.
But I will go
Oo.
to the shop one of these days. And I'll just
Yes.
send you pictures.
Ganun.
Basta not on
Pasuya,
a
ana.
Thursday lang because we're closed. We're closed
You're
on
closed
Thursday.
on a
So
Thursday. Good that
yes.
you told me. Okay, sige.
Okay. So hindi ka pwede bukas.
Capacity of the coffee shop, how
Hmm?
many packs? Ano yung
Um,
capacity ng coffee shop?
comfortably 10. Pero we
Yeah,
can
okay.
fit 20 pero standing lang. And
So
that's
can
happened
hold
several times.
small meetings, right?
I wouldn't recommend unless you go in
Pang chill
at a
lang yan.
later
Pang chill.
at a later day.
Pang chill.
At a later time.
Kaya nga
Kasi
nadagdag tao.
during the day, yes, there are quite a lot of people coming in and out to pick up their orders or
Okay.
to grab a coffee, grab a pastry, and then they head out. Tapos,
So, what's this? Very colorful toppings.
So this one is actually a picture from way back, like before we were even famous. Like we were I was just this was a one man. This is when we were back sa one man team. I was experimenting with different flavors. So we got strawberry there, we got the almond croissant, and then The one at the bottom that looks kind of weird, that is the first rendition of our matcha croissant.
Matcha.
Matcha
Yes.
croissant.
Ah, wait,
Matcha.
actually, I think there was like two or three of us na during that time pala. It was
Mhm.
still pretty early on.
Pero ang galing,
Wow,
no?
it's still,
So you see the
that
yung
flavor is
product
still,
development.
yeah. Pero
Mm-hmm.
yung flavor na yan, yung matcha is still there now.
Yes, we just brought it back kasi our stocks of matcha just arrived. Like we had to import it all the way from Kyoto, Japan.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
very
Okay.
picky with the ingredients I use.
And as you should be, no, because magaganda yung quality nito. So,
Yes.
all
yes.
right. Okay. So ito, no. Ito yung mga
Ayan
parang ang sarap
na.
nga
Oh my
ipasalubong to, no.
goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Parang ang sarap ipasalubong to. May box option ba kayo? Di put it in a box or
I'm gonna bring you
Um,
some.
we
Son.
usually put it in a box, 6 pieces.
okay. Right. But
Pero
they can purchase this.
For pasalubong, we do not recommend getting the croissants with the creams inside,
Mm.
like
Mhm.
the strawberry.
Kay
Usually,
madaot.
if you check, yeah, madaot siya because we use like fresh ingredients. Everything is made
Mm.
from scratch. They contain dairy, they contain
Mm.
eggs.
Mm.
Pero the most shelf-stable ones are actually the classic croissants,
Mhm.
the pain au chocolat, the almond
Mm.
The
croissants,
almond.
and our cinnamon Danish.
Mm.
Yan na
Oh.
sila. You can find them on our Facebook page actually. Like I just posted
Okay.
a new post to sort of like guide our clients na, oh, this is
Shelf
what you should
life.
buy for pasalubong.
Okay, shelf life of the strawberry croissant is just
Yeah.
within the
On the
day.
day. On the day lang yan.
For the best experience within the day lang, you
Okay.
can put it in the fridge for up to another 3 days. Pero
All
basin
right.
nun yung mo kuyos na ang strawberry. The cream
Yeah.
is pretty okay. Like
Mhm.
it will last like 2 to 3 days. Ano.
Okay, deal
Basta
tayo
naka-ref
di.
lang.
Deal tayo di
Basta naka-ref lang.
mag-chill ta dito sa ilahang cafe one of these days and have a strawberry
Uwi
croissant.
pa.
Yeah.
Uwi
Yes.
pa.
Let's have and enjoy it there kasi the fresher the better I think no
Yes.
for
Yes, that
products
is
like
true.
this. All right. So 5G coffee house pandemic baby, pero tell us about your vision. What's your vision for your business? No? And for yourself as well. Okay.
Vision for my business. Sort of like a secret at the moment, pero
Secret.
we
Okay.
are definitely looking to expand into the cafe slash pasulubong boutique shop. So if you can think
Mhm.
of one, the first shop that is like that comes to your mind, that's probably the business model that we're expanding
Hmm.
towards. So
Okay.
if you can think,
That's nice.
if you can guess, nga na lang.
Yeah, I
Pero
think I have an
yes,
idea of
I
what you're
have
talking about. All right.
we have I have very very aggressive plans for the next 5
Nice.
years.
Mhm.
Yeah, so expect to hear more of my name around the
Mhm.
country.
Sure.
So yeah,
Definitely.
ana lang,
Definitely.
ana lang.
That's and we'll be having you back in the show to tell us
When
more about the
Oh
tell
business
us more
yes,
when the
about that
time
when that
comes.
happens.
Yeah.
for
Right.
sure.
It's always great to have young people with big dreams, no, Heidi? When we talk to them, it's very inspiring as well.
Nakaka-inspire, right?
Uh,
Nakaka-inspire. So, you tell us about your clients, Ado, no? So, ano yung pinaka most demanding aspect of working with customers? Because I'm pretty sure your clients are not the below masa. They're at
Uh,
the middle and the upscale. And these are
mhm.
the kind of clients na meron talaga expectations, right? So,
Yes.
ano yung pinaka most demanding aspect?
Most demanding is really just to retain the quality and
okay.
Mhm.
the quality of the product and the efficiency of service, be it delivery or in-house. That's what I've noticed.
Mm.
Kasi um, people are really Like people, my clients, my customers really value their time a lot. So if it takes a little bit longer than usual,
Mm-mm.
then they sort of like, oh, why is it taking this long? Pero
Yeah.
naman, whenever there are mishaps, whenever there are like miscommunications on our end, on like whenever we have problems in our systems pod, kay we really make it a point that we reach out to the customers that are affected, and then I personally apologize to them. Like, oh, I'm so sorry for the
Mhm.
delay. This is what happened. Nana, or sometimes if no delivery drivers are picking up, like, we're so sorry. Sometimes nga I offer to personally deliver it to them para lang ano, especially if they have like a flight to catch up on that night. So I'm like, okay, yo, you ordered this many pieces from us. I will deliver it to wherever you are because you told us that you're flying out in the evening, something like that. So
Oh,
it's really like a matter of um, retaining the quality of your products and going above and beyond
good.
your service. Yes.
Galing.
Very, very interesting, Heidi, no? Because especially since the Christmas season is upon us, no, you can expect a lot more a spike in demand
Mhm.
for your product, you know. So maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and this is probably the first year na medyo normal na ang business operations after the
Oh, I
pandemic,
hope so.
no.
Agree.
Yeah, medyo
Agree.
I
normal
hope
na ang
so.
kwan, and people are spending.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can
Mm-hmm.
expect no, an uptick or a spike no in your business demand. Right.
Yes.
Right. So since this is a show on money, dudes, young as you are, no, and you're the sole proprietor for this business, no.
Mm-hmm.
Who makes the money decisions? How do you make your money decisions for your business, for yourself, right? Or maybe in the family? Who makes money decisions? How do you make
Um,
them?
the money I earn is my own. Like my parents don't really tell me what to do with my money. They don't really ask
Nice.
outside of the rent and the my share of the electricity cost. And
Hmm.
yeah, pretty much, me as a young person, I have my own things that I like spending my money on.
Right.
I'm starting to learn how to properly manage it now.
I think we should
First,
talk
yes,
and do
but
financial planning.
yeah. Well, now I'm learning. I'm learning slowly to be more conscious on what I spend on. Personally, I like spending on good food,
Mhm.
good coffee,
Okay.
and experiences at travel. So, yeah,
Hmm.
since I'm still young, I want to visit more countries, ganun,
Sure.
Pay
and visit
yourself
more
first.
places, try out new places. And instead of like buying all these things, like material things, I'm trying to cut back on them para I can like put my money towards. I mean, honestly, I actually just give myself a sueldo, and then every month, that's the challenge there is to set aside some savings and
Mhm.
manage all of my spending. Like the the salary I make or the salary I give myself realistically isn't enough to be able to um, diversify my investments.
Hmm.
That I'll put that burden on my business, on my business na, and not me as a person. So like the money I save or the money I get as a salary goes towards like um future savings lang. If I want to save up to buy this or save up to travel to here or there, and while the rest I spend for like food, whatnot. Pero the business funds is stashed away for future investments na.
Mhm. That's good. That's good.
I
It's
guess
act.
that was the most feasible way for me to maintain balance because
Uh-huh.
I am pretty trigger friendly with money.
Ganon.
Just remember that it's perfectly okay to pay yourself
Hmm.
first,
Mm-hmm.
but um young as you are now that you're earning, you also need to learn on how to diversify your funds and set aside something for your future. So that's why I was telling you we
Yes.
should talk and do some financial planning when the time comes. No, so
Yes.
um,
I
what's the
totally
best?
approve of uh I totally approve of traveling and
Yes,
learning, right? When you
Mm.
travel. Punta ka dito sa side, ako bahala sa'yo.
o di ba?
Sige. Sige.
Hindi kasama si Heidi.
So yeah, I know. Um, yes, you are. No, I am sure there's a lot of viewers out there who also wanted to have their own business. Kasi yung mga millennials and Gen Z are already into
Gen
this kind. No, in
Gen Z
fact,
na Gen Z itong guest
Gen
natin
Z
eh.
na Gen Z. In fact, they are multitasking. They are very entrepreneurial. They have
Aha.
a lot of
That's
jobs,
true.
no, multiple jobs. No, so what's the best advice that you can give to young people who are also starting out like you? Kasi minsan yung Gen Z walang patience eh. They want to
Mm.
rush things out, no? So what advice could you give to them?
Um, my advice generally would be to like uh there's a word that I can't get out of my it's at the tip of
That's
my
okay.
tongue.
Bisaya mo if you
Sort
want.
of ito. Recognize your advantages and
All right.
exploit it. So
That
if
makes
you're
sense.
living with your parents, try to live with your parents for as long as you can. And that's speaking from experience because because I moved out man pag late last year and I moved back in the house
Mm-hmm.
pag August because I was like gasto
That's the good.
gasto so cut down on
When
those.
you're with parents, libre tanan.
Yes, libre food. In fact, mas naka-diet ako because like we only eat dinner man. So dinner naman makaluto. So I was like, all right, dinner na lang sa kumukaon. It's worked out for me well. And yeah, exploit your advantages. Understand that there is so much money to be made if you utilize the digital scene. Um, in terms of the product positioning, product placement, product whatever side of things, there is always going to be a niche for your product, and sometimes uh, starting out in a very niche area and then expanding to more a wider clientele base is probably the best course of action you can take from a marketing standpoint when you make your own business. So like
Mm-hmm.
here from what I did, I started off very niche. It's specialty coffee,
Yep.
and then expanding towards specialty pastries,
Mm-hmm.
focusing lang, croissants lang, and then eventually I grew the market arguably single-handedly here in Cebu for
Yep.
croissants. I mean, not the coffee. I had a lot of help with the coffee. For the croissants, single-handedly, I grew the market here,
Nice.
and then we expand like that. So we start off really niche, and that is of course with the help of word of mouth, with a good mix of word of mouth and uh, digital ads.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos lastly, be authentic in a world where everybody's trying to copy this, that, trying
Mm-hmm.
to wait for somebody to take the plunge first before they come in and swoop in the market. Times have changed. It's not like that anymore. Usually, it's the first person who can come in, execute it properly, be true, be authentic, and then usually that is the person who is able to take their business to new heights to gain the market's attention. Speaking
All
from
right.
experience.
Right. Words of wisdom
Yes.
from somebody so young. No? Yeah, for
A lot to
somebody
learn
so
pa. A
young.
lot to learn pa.
I like
From
that.
somebody
Exploit
so young.
exploit your advantages and all of this. Okay. So young entrepreneurs
Yes.
out there, right? Huwag
Exploit
po
the
tayong
advantages,
matakot.
not your people.
Okay.
Exploit
Correct.
your
Right.
advantages, not your people. Ayun.
Yeah, that's true, no? So young entrepreneurs out there, no, I hope you drew inspiration from this. Take the plunge, have the courage, and do something great, do something new, right? Be the first. Ang sinasabi ni ni
Be the
Dudes
first.
dito, be the
Dudes.
first, no, and grow your market that way, right? And we are looking forward, no, to the growth and expansion of your business, 5G Coffee House, and your
Thank you.
very delicious, scrumptious pastries, no, from the Croissant Master himself here in Cebu. Right? It's been a great conversation with okay, and we wish you all the best for your business, and we'll see you backstage in a bit.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Oh, before you do that,
Likewise. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
okay,
before you do that,
Heidi.
no, before you go, any socials that you would want to
Yep.
promote? Your
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram.
Basically, just follow us on Instagram at 5G Coffee House. Tapos
5G
sa
Coffee House.
Facebook
All right.
pod, yes, 5G Coffee House also.
All right.
It's just straight to the
Any,
point.
great. Okay. Anybody
That's
that you
that.
want to shout out before you leave? Before you go?
Shout out to friends, family who are watching. Shout out to my girlfriend. Uh,
Yee.
All
Motay
right.
mo ko yung sa
yes,
Bicon?
shout.
All right.
Yeah, si Alex.
Oh, I saw her. Hi,
Yeah, that's
girlfriend.
great.
Shout
No?
out to
What's the
everyone.
name?
Hmm?
What's the name?
All right. So
The name? Secret. All right,
five.
Alex.
All right.
Hi, Alex.
5G Coffee
All right,
House.
yun lang.
Check it out. Check it
Yes.
out. 5G Coffee House. Support local. Support local mga taga Cebu diha, no? Check it out in Apas, no?
Get to
5G
visit
Coffee House.
Yes.
5G Coffee House.
All right. Thank you very much,
Alright. Thank you
Dudes,
so
and we'll
much.
see you
Thank you so
backstage
much
in
for
a bit.
having
while.
me.
All right. Okay, that's
Grabe,
that was
nakaka-inspire, no?
uh-huh. Yeah, I'm pretty amazed, no, at how far he has gone since he's only 21. Good golly. Good.
21, same age
21
as
I was
Heinz.
I don't know what I was doing when I was 21. When I was 21, I was bumming around. They didn't know what to do. Pero it's nice. It's great to see young people now with a vision for themselves. No,
Yan na
already at a
talagang
young
panahon.
age. Yeah, at a young age, they have all of these options open up for them, and they have the courage. This is what I admire about their generation. They have the courage to go forth, no, go forth to do something new, something great, something wonderful, no, and local, and very local. So that's really some that's really something, no, that's really something.
Yeah, tsaka I commend them the parents, no, for giving their support to
Mhm.
dudes. Grabe.
Oh, oh yeah, for
I'm
sure.
pretty sure nothing will happen if the parent support is not there. So, Cheryl and Hobby, good job.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, parents. All right. So that's almost it for us, Heidi. No, but before we go, we'd like to share some because the Christmas season is coming, no, and
Mhm.
nagsistart dumadating na
Ten.
ang mga Christmas bonus, mga ganyan, and
Yeah.
diba? And the season of giving is in the air. So we would like to part our audience with a little bit of money advice. Pakita natin yun. Pakita natin. Do we have it?
There.
Right.
So,
So for
from
money
now
saving tips
on,
during the holiday season,
yun ang mga
mhm,
tips. Number
for the
one,
holiday season, number one,
create separate bank accounts for household spend, savings, and emergency fund. Dapat iba-iba yan, no?
mhm,
Para etong savings mo, hindi mo magamit for household spend. Yung emergency
right,
fund is different. That's number
and
two,
especially
Sonny.
yeah, and stick to your grocery list, especially this holiday season. Refrain from buying unnecessary items. No, it's helpful to
Guilty
always
ako
have a list when
dyan.
you go to the grocery to the grocery. No, and especially during the Christmas season, if you already have a set menu, yun na yun. No, try to stick to it as
Agree.
much as possible, especially through when you're
Yeah. Number three, if pwede, bring cooked meals sa office or
Mhm.
leftover food from dinner rather than buy. Kasi ang mahal,
Ah,
no? You
mhm.
can save by bringing leftovers para hindi rin siya masayang.
Yeah, and especially after Christmas, no, after yung mga Christmas parties, yung mga bring house, yan. Right?
Yeah.
Balik niyo ulit. for lunch the next day, right? And the best time to start saving was yesterday. Do not procrastinate. Start now. Okay, automate your savings so that hindi nyo masyadong ma-feel, no, na meron nakaltas sa accounts ninyo. All right, these are just some of the money saving tips we'd like to share. And for more money saving tips and financial tips, no, finance tips, you can always go to uh, our Facebook page, Money and More with Sunny and Haydee. Right, that's it for us,
Mhm.
Haydee. It's always a pleasure to see you, no, in your log cabin in your hotel, right?
Yeah. Ganda ng background ko, no?
Ang ganda ng kung ano niyo. But thank you to everybody who's listening today. Thank you to Dudes. Maraming salamat. Right? This is Sunny and Haydee for Money and More. Always remember that financial freedom.
Is in your hands. Good
All
night,
right.
everyone.
All right. This is Sunny Haldon. Money and More with Sunny and Haydee. Thank you.